So, where did we leave off? I think I just got back from the hospital. So, back still broken, miserable. I can't even lay down, it's uncomfortable. Luckily, my aunt, and you'll hear me talk about her a lot through these stories, she really stepped up and really has been so helpful to me. But she found on Amazon this like set of pillows. They're like these big, giant memory foam pillows in like this shape that's like zero gravity, and that was the only way I could get comfortable laying on these pillows. So I pretty much lived in these pillows for like 2 months. I would, be there 3-4 days, get up, go shower, come back, just live in these pillows. My mom was bringing me food, or I wasn't really eating still, but little insures, bringing me my medicine, bringing me water. And I just lived in these pillows. And then while I was home, I got the results from my liver biopsy. And they came back breast cancer. So I didn't understand. I immediately go, and out of nowhere, this 10-centimeter lump is in my breast, like taking up half my left breast. So and it came out of nowhere. Remember, I was doing scans. They found 9 tumors in the liver. They found, cancer in the bones all over. So if it had been there, they would have seen it. And November 21st, actually, I went to the gynecologist, and she did the, little manual self-check exam, and there was nothing. So this really came out of nowhere. But anyway, so it turns out my cancer was breast cancer. So I had to go get a mammogram and I don't remember what this procedure is called, but they were getting samples from the breast tumor to check what kind of breast cancer it is now, because there are different strains of breast cancer, and there are different hormone receptors. It can be either positive or negative too. Positive means the cancer feeds off that hormone. Negative means it doesn't. So I go to get my first mammogram, baby's first mammogram, and I had to go to this special location because my back was broken, so I needed to stand. So I get there, I get half naked, and this nurse is like holding me up to the machine, putting my boob in place, and is like, you need to get closer, you need to get closer. She's pressing my back. I'm up against the machine like this, and it's squeezing me. My back is hurting. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, not really, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Get it done. I'm already here. So yeah, that was miserable. But go get a mammogram. I definitely recommend it. It's great. So anyway, so I finished that, and I have to go to this next room, next doctor to do the test. And they numbed me up. I didn't feel anything, no pain, but it's like they took this hole punch, and you could like hear it going, and like it's just taking punches, little samples out of your boob, and it's so creepy. It was so freaky. So I did not like that. But I got through it. I got home, back to my pillows, and so they had told me that I could start doing radiation on my back, and that hopefully that'll help in the meantime. So this is like before the new year. I'm going in to start radiation, and I got through 2 or 3 treatments, but that like 4th treatment, I just was like actively puking. I was like, I don't know if I can stay still for this. So, and radiation is crazy. I'll talk about that in another video. But, I just couldn't stay still. So they wheeled me, because it was in Emory St. Joe's. They wheeled me to the emergency room. I ended up getting admitted. I actually got the exact same room as my first admission, room 714. And I had one of the same nurses too, Nurse Ebony. So, just my calcium levels were too high. It just wasn't, they wanted to monitor and try to get them lower again. I wasn't eating, so I was readmitted to the hospital. So anyways, during this time, I get the results of those cancer punches back. And my cancer is estrogen positive, progesterone negative, and HER2 positive. So it feeds off of estrogen and the HER2 positive hormone. So HER2 positive is a pretty aggressive form of breast cancer. It's not the worst, but it is pretty aggressive. So they got me on, it's called the THP plan. It was Taxol, Herceptin, and Perjeta. So Taxol was a basic chemotherapy, and Herceptin and Perjeta were both estrogen positive, or maybe they're HER2 positive, immunotherapies. So immunotherapies are cool. They're pretty new, and they help the immune system target the cancer cells. Whereas with the Taxol, it's the basic chemo. So it targets fast, rapidly reproducing cells. That's why your hair goes first. That's why your skin and your nails go. That's why the membranes in your nose get super dry. Even though my nose is always running, you'll probably hear me sniffing through this video, through all my videos. Yeah, so I got started on THP, and it worked well for me for a while, but that will be another video. So if you're liking these videos and you want to keep up with my story, I obviously cannot recite 3 years of stories in one day, so I'm just gonna have to release videos as they come out. Click subscribe, and then you'll be able to get a notification and get to see my new videos when they come out. So do that and stay positive, everyone. So I do have to correct something I said in that video. I said different strains of cancer. Cancer is not a virus. There's not different strains. It's just different subtypes. So I did want to correct that. Also, since I'm doing this edit video anyways, you can see this is Ronnie. This is my giant squishmallow. This is the pillow that I currently sit on because, you know, I need a good pillow. Stay positive.